we've been waiting for. I was hoping it was going to be morning light. Here is our segment of the Grand Col Ferret. Watch this from Strava.
C'est pas fini. Toute la journée, il va se passer quelque chose ici sur le triangle de l'amitié.
All right, there that shows the segment, and as we've talked about, the fastest runner for men and the fastest runner for women.
Bien entendu, on annonce sur le UTMB en tête de course avec François Daen qui n'est pas une surprise, hein, mais bon, il avance quand même très vite. Et on peut être surpris sur une arrivée en fin de matinée. Allez, on y va. Et voilà encore une dame qui en termine. Bravo. Le cri du bonheur, c'est parfait ça. Finisher de la CCC. Ouais. Ah. Bon, à cette heure-ci, on ne sait plus si c'est le petit ou le papa qui tire le petit garçon. On ne sait plus. Hop là, voilà, ça y est, c'est fait. Bravo. Bravo, bravo.
Okay, Randall Gaylord, back here, your commentator from the United States and the West Coast. It's 8:25 p.m. local time here in Washington State. We're following this race at 5:25 p.m. In France on the border between Italy and Switzerland. And these images that you're seeing are at the top of the Grand Col Ferret. And this is live image. And these are images of people waiting to see the first runner in the race of the UTMB. A man by the name of Francois Dahan is expected to be there, and 2 or 3 other very close behind him. So you'll see their lights first, and then you'll see their face. You've been treated to the image of the tower or monument that's there at the Grand Col Ferret, the stone monument that has the signpost to it, and you see there's some tents up, and I was hoping that there would be some more ambient light, but that's what we have. Okay, here we go. Here's a position update that you can see in the race, and it looks like Francois Dahan has just came past the Grand Col Ferret 5 minutes ago, and we saw a light briefly. We didn't quite know what that was. He just comes and goes, and then we have Aurélien Denand Valez and Jermaine Granger coming up next. So, yeah, this is an exciting time. And I just had to take a quick phone call. That was an apology. Okay, well, just from our technician who had to catch some sleep and was unable to keep the sound to everyone's satisfaction. But I hope that's all taken care of now. And so, yeah, we're here to produce this tonight, today, and as best as you can hear it. So thank you for all of your comments, and we're here to stay with you. So Dahan already passed. That is correct. That's what this tells us. So you can see if this is a cold location. Holy cow! If you have to stay up there all night and wait for the runner, see how these volunteers are dressed with big gloves. They look like they're dressed to be out skiing all day. They don't look like they're dressed for a run. Okay, so here is the tower that I was talking about, the stone monument at the top, telling you it's La Folie, 2 hours, 45 minutes if you're a hiker. And these folks will be down there, and much less than that. We'll try to figure that out. Our Nuva, they say, is 1 hour and 40 minutes away, and we know that that the fastest time is 40. So just knock an hour off of those times, and you'll have an idea about how much faster the runners go than a hiker would. So that's the great thing about hiking in the Alps, is you get a good idea about what the time is to the next stop. So let's keep an eye out for the next headlamps that are coming up. They are just moments away, and when they're there, we may not even be able to see their face under these kind of lighting conditions, but we'll try to interpret it. And if you see something that I'm missing, then just put it in the chat. This is an interactive program. I'm here to share the information that you have. The question is, why did Jim drop? Why did Jim Walmsley drop? We don't know the answer to that fully at this point in time. We're just trying to figure it out and make sure we can report on that based upon what happened. So it appears to be something that happened between Refuge Breton and Arnuva. He was seen at Refuge Breton and did not arrive at Arnuva. So we're trying to figure that out. Question is, why did Zach Miller not start? I'm going to let you ask that question again. Somebody else is offering an answer that Zach had an operation on his foot and he needed to rest that up. So that's somebody else is answering that. That's great. And he's back to training, we understand. And of course, Zach has been a real solid competitor at the UTMB, and he just puts on a game face and knows how to just put his head down and run. It's a real pleasure to watch, and I'm sure you're going to see the same from the crew that's out there today. We're in for a treat when these runners get into these real runnable terrain that just opens up right here after the top of the Grand Col Ferret. There's a question from Andrew Ruan. He says his mom is finishing the CCC right now. Is there any chance he can see what that finish looks like right now? And with the camera here, I'm sorry, this is what they're choosing to feed us right now, is the Grand Col Ferret. Here's this pair. Germain, and look, you see, they didn't even pause. Okay, they went right by that tower, and now they're headed right down. They just are putting their poles away. These are the two Frenchmen who have been running together since, as far as I can remember, Germain Grangier, and the other is Aurélien Dunard. They've been, these two have been running together since at least the Col de la Seine, and I think before that. So they've run the whole Val Vigny and the whole Val Ferret, these two valleys that are linked together near Courmayeur. And they just moved right through, didn't need any assistance, and they're just probably excited to put one foot in front of the other in a full pace run, because that's what is ahead of them. This next segment that they're just merging into is what's commonly known as the big runnable segment of the UTMB. It has a lot of terrain that is moderate in terms of its steepness, and it ends about 20 kilometers ahead in Isert, just beyond Pras de Fort. So along the way, there'll be some little bumps and chunks to climb over, but and we'll be talking about that. You'll see it in the daylight, and it'll be a delight. You'll have Corinne Malcolm, Dylan Bowman, and of course, the ever well-known from the UK, Keith Byrne, back here to go over all the details. So
the Grand Col Ferret, and it's a hard climb. You know, you're just like grinding away.
C'est raide, ça pique, c'est venteux, c'est le Grand Col Ferret, quoi. Le plus dur, c'est le fait que la montée, elle soit pas du tout régulière. Un gros raidard au début, ensuite une petite partie de relance, puis d'un seul coup, beaucoup de chemin, trouver sa trajectoire, c'est compliqué.
All right.
On commence à avoir le vent, le froid, ça devient vraiment raide.
But you get to the top and the sun is up and you can see so far, and it's pretty magical and iconic, because in the race, for me at least,
Yeah.
once I get
You know,
there, I know
people are asking about
it's a
the status of Jim Walmsley. And if you look at Life Trail, what it tells you is that he departed the Refuge Breton. And between the Refuge Breton and did not arrive Refuge Arnuvas. So the amount of time it's taken him to get there means something's up. And so we just have to bear with it until we get some official word on that. And the runner is the one who has to withdraw from the race. So if he's not able to, hasn't done that yet, then we won't call it as an official withdrawal. But it appears that he has discontinued the race from everything I can see right here. So we'll just go with that for now. Yeah, I see. Tell the cameraman to turn on the night vision mode. Yeah, that would be really good. It's those darn white lights that interfere with that. I really thought there would be more ambient light at this time of day, but that we go with what we've got, right? So there'll be light in no time at all. It'll come, and we will enjoy it, and we will see the runner. So somebody said Courtney just came through, and I'm looking for that. Let's switch over to the women's race, because we haven't talked about that in a while. Courtney Dauwalter just came through the women's race. It just came through Arnuva at 5:34. That's just now. And she is expected to be on top of the Grand Col Ferret in about an hour. It's hard to, she was about 10 minutes ahead of Mimi Katka. And Mimi will be the next in Tarnuva, and Camille Brouillaz from France, Marion Delespierre from France, and Lysia Bueller from Switzerland, and then Elisa McDonald from Canada, who is moving up. All right. Hey, nice. And very impressive for Elisa. Both Mimi and Elisa are in the veterans category. And so they are veterans that are in this top tier of the elite runners in the UTMB women's class. Katie Scheide is right there with Elisa McDonald. At least she was when they left Refuge Breton. It'll be interesting to see the next timing point. Then Ragna Debatz and Marvleen Nakachi from France. And rounding out the top 10 is Lucy Jamson from France. So there's big spread between the women right now, but we'll keep an eye on Courtney Dauwalter. She'll be the first to cross in the light at the top of the Grand Col Ferret. All of these runners started in Chamonix with the goal of finishing 171 kilometers, over 100 miles. And in the meantime, they're going to go up and down 10,000 meters, over 30,000 feet up and down, and kissing the toe of the glaciers, and then down into the valleys where the towns are that we've been enjoying, and back out to the trail, and up high and over a col, and then down again. And that's just up and down until they arrive all the way around. They'll be going through, they've already made their way through France into Italy.